Hello YouTube friends, welcome to the Red Parrot channel. I am your host Mary Ellen. This is an episode of hashtag Slow Stitch with K3N, hosted by @K3N Cloth Tales here on YouTube, and she is also on Instagram. Follow this hashtag here and on Instagram for the results of other people making things with their weekly slow stitch, inspired by Catherine. So I have a catch-up video, I think, underway. I have 3, let me see, where are we at here? Here's my trusty list. So I have to do the Moon and the Wolf, the Eclipse, Earth and Ocean, and today was I think a return to process, and that's stitching on pattern. Okay, so step 1, layers on with Moon and Wolf. So let's see where we've got here. So here's my little owl that I used as the cutout, and I just reversed the image, and I did some trimming and not tight fussy cutting of this because I was cutting out fabric and I wanted to be able to maintain some of this. And so this is what we have wrought. I wonder if I can I do this? Oh, look at that, look at that. This may be better. Okay, I'm just gonna move it a bit. Oh dear. Okay, so how am I going to make sure that that stays centered? It's all fun and games until you move something and then everything goes there. We'll try that. The sides are okay. So let us talk about this. So I used as the background some of the iron and tea dyeing that we did previously. This is also my dyeing. This owl is some dark gray black linen, and the clouds in front of the moon are cheesecloth that has been tea dyed. So the thing that I was most excited about is to be able to, you can see here, the tufts of the ears. And I wanted badly to do the tufts of the ears, but I realized that I need a piece of paper to demonstrate the error of my ways. These tufts go this way, and the ear ought to go that way. So it's not perfect, but it is at least ears. How did I do this? Mostly turkey work. And then I just sort of anchored it with some stitches. And this was just a bit of lattice to be able to create the feathers. I probably could have gotten, oh dear, more ambitious with the feathering, but I chose not to. And hold this up. You can see the stitching that I've done around the moon. And I tried to vaguely track where there is color and where there isn't, to just sort of highlight that. But that's what she looks like up close. So that's layers with the moon, and she did a wolf and I wanted to do an owl because I'm not really a wolf person, but I really like how the clouds turned out. That's pretty funky. So we've got that one. Checkity check, check, check. Next one was, oh yes, solar eclipse. Here, oh, the other thing that I didn't show you, which is de rigueur, is showing you the back, because there are no secrets. There are no secrets on the internet. So now back to, or over to, the total eclipse. Now I used a picture out of the newspaper to inspire me. So there isn't a lot of radiation of light that comes out. It is fairly tight around the sun. There's a little bit of an aura corona. But not much. And so I will hold this up a little bit closer so you can see what I've done. I didn't need to do a little stitching around the black here, but I did because the ends were ticking up and I didn't want them to fray. Have these little V's as a way of being able to create some dense yellow. And then, if I can get super close, the parallel stitching. So this was a 3-thread. So there was 3 threads of yellow, 2 threads of yellow, 1 of blue, 2 of blue, 1 of yellow, and then nothing but blue. So that's how I did that stacking. So that's how that turned out. And of course, flipping it over, there are no secrets. That's what the back looks like. I really appreciate having this basting stitch. So this is, everything is linen. Linen, 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 and then the yellow is some kind of dyed linen that I dyed. And because linen is, what do I want to say? Stretchy? No, it's not stretchy. It's not stable. It's not a stable weave. Not a tight, rigid weave. And when you cut a hole in it, you disturb that stability. And when you cut a circle in it, it's even worse. So the change in the fabric from having the loose pieces to having this this basting down, absolutely amazing. Almost looks like it's been pressed. It hasn't been, clearly, but there we are. So that's that one. And the next one is Earth and Ocean. And that was, what was that? That was 71% of the Earth's surface is water, and the other 29-ish is Earth. And so how do you represent that in fabric? And this is what I have done. So some fun things. Random bits. These two are hand dyed. I made a really funky witch hat out of this. And then this was a piece of quilting fabric, and then these other fabrics were just scraps of bits and pieces. I made a quilt for a friend of mine. No, it wasn't, was it quilt? Must have been a quilt. For a friend of mine, and she is an ocean person, and so I have whales, and I had little bits of whales left over, and I thought they would be perfect to put in the water. I was going to put 71 in this circle, but you'll notice that circle comes from here, so I have some continuity there. And it was just hanging around, and I just used it. I didn't spend a lot of time making the edges of this neat, particularly because I wanted that sense of wave and motion and so on and so forth. These are the trees, and then I have every place where the ocean meets the land, or where the water meets the land, you have beach, or you have a shoreline. And so that's what this is, sort of like a sandy beach, and then shallower waters, and then you get into the deep ocean. You don't really see, but I have done a bunch of pattern stitching. Easier to see here. This has got a circle to it. That's got some pieces to it as well. The whale is here and here and here. There's where the two whales are, and so I just sort of stitch it, but it didn't really come out. I think that's okay. I'm not really too fussed about it, but I like this one as well. This has got a lot of texture in it, and the amount of stitching here just so transforms the fabric, and it's really scruffy and yummy looking. So we are officially caught up. That is 14, 15, and 16, and we are on 17, which is a return to process, which is stitching on a pattern. And I have got a bunch of, what's my square? I have a bunch of Indian block printed fabric. So I think I'll use a piece of that and just maybe do some outlining, some other stitching, some other stuff. I reserve the right to change my mind about which pattern. I just wanted to show you that this was the general idea, that I was going to use Indian block printing, and that's what we're going to be doing for this week's project. So that is all for now. Is it all for now? It's all for now, except to say that I'm going to be doing some more echo printing, some steaming of organic stuff to see if I can make some more material. I was able to purchase a very large cotton duvet at the thrift store, and so I have an abundance of raw material. So now I need to figure out how to do the dyeing and also what I'm going to dye. So there may be some experiments to follow. Anyways, that's all for now. Thank you so much for joining me. Take very good care of yourself. Stay out of trouble, and I'll see you real soon. Bye now.